Alright guys, we're live, and tonight I'm going to be checking out the last of the amp simulations I recently have checked out. And I did purchase all these, so I think the Amped Roots was like $75 or something like that. The STL was $100 per year, which I thought was a pretty good deal. And then there's also the S Gear, which is around $79 or so. So not too horrible. I mean, about the same price as you would pay for a pedal. But now you're getting it on your computer, and they're all just ready to go. As long as you can plug in to an audio interface of some sort that has pretty good latency or some kind of direct monitoring, then these are great options for recording, playing, practicing, just working on parts and creating sounds for maybe an album or a live stream or whatever you want to do. So I did not get a lot of amps with this one because this is just literally the Roots option. And this is made by Ryan, or in conjunction with Ryan from Riff Beards and Gear on YouTube, aka the Fluff. So the amps we get are 5150, a 5034, a Friedman, and a Mega Fluff. So let's check these out. And we have the pedal board, and we have a license manager with, it's set to me. And we can have the cab on or off, and we can also, by clicking on this little IR, we can include an IR in there, which is the ML Fluff cab. So we'll compare the cab with his personal IR, and I may go drag a few from my own personal collection and check out as well. So not a whole lot going on with this one. We just have a few pedals. I think some of the other options or some of the other packs you can buy have more pedals and different stuff, but this is really fine for the kind of sounds this has, which is more like the high gain kind of stuff. So definitely turn on the noise gate for that. This is almost all the way off. Then we can start rolling it back ever so slightly to get rid of some of that hiss. Alright, so hey guys, I'm Dr. McFarland. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe down below and click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And in this video, I'm playing my Reverend GPS, which is a Gil Paris signature model. It has Fishman Fluence pickups, and I was really interested to hear what the Fishman pickups sounded like with a high gain amp kind of scenario. And I think it's going to sound pretty good. I do have the tone knob pulled up, which means there's a little bit of a volume boost and also a little bit of a mid-range boost as well. So this is what there's really not a clean sound anywhere in here, so it's just the way it is. But let's just go ahead and play a little bit, and I'm going to turn off my microphone so you can just hear the amp and not my guitar like strings hitting and anything like that. So here we go. Very cool. And let's check out some of the gain options here. So we do have input and output. And that is very important with any of these amp sims I've been reviewing here lately. So on my Arturia 8 Pre audio interface here, I have the option between a mic, a line, and an instrument input. So I have the instrument on, but also I have the pad on because I feel like just everything's hitting the front end too much. And I can't adjust that by the input right here. But let's just see, for instance, if I bring the input down, what happens. Alright, so I'm still getting a lot of dirt. So the input's really not doing a whole lot for me right now. Okay, let's bring the gain down. See what happens here. Okay, still a lot of gain. Now, I owned a 5150 years ago, and that's just the story with these things. Is just it has lots of gain on tap, and it really doesn't get clean. So now, if I go to the pedal board, I just have a noise gate, a drive, which is off, a delay, and a reverb. So, oh wow, okay, there we go. Do you have a volume here? Yeah, that's about as clean as it's gonna get right there. Let's make about 9 o'clock. On the gain range. That should be plenty for what we do. And I'm on the bridge pickup right now. Okay, I'm wondering. I don't see anywhere where there's a tuner. And that's fine. It is what it is, I guess. Options. Yeah, there's not a tuner anywhere on here. So, the other two did have a tuner, but this one doesn't. And that's fine. There's a lot of presets in here. Let's check out some of the presets. We got high noon. There's dad rock. So dad rock lowered the low end and the gain a little bit. Here's punk rock. All right. Alternative rock, which has a little bit more mids and highs. Okay, thrash metal. A lot of scoop mids on that one. Make sure the noise gate's on. Highs and presence is up. Yeah, lows are almost all the way down on this one. Bring the lows back down. Okay. New metal. That's interesting. Metalcore. Okay, so that has the mids almost all the way out. There's nothing but lows and highs. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, and let's do Gent Kid, which is the mids just a little bit up. And one more, Fluff's preset. Mids up, lows down just a smidge, highs up a smidge, and that's about it. Noise gates on. Alright, cool. Now, I should be able to save one of these. So, let's just make a Doctor preset. Let's bring the reverb down a little bit. Maybe the delay down. Hey, thanks will work for donuts. I love donuts myself. So let's go ahead and save this. And we'll call it Dr. Gent. I don't know. Whatever. I don't even know how to gent. Oh, come on. No, don't want to delete it. How do you get to your presets then? Okay. There's my Dr. Gent right there. Alright, let's go ahead to a new amp. Alright, this is the 5150. Everything is at 12 o'clock. This doesn't have like the crunch channel or the clean channel. It's just straight on just filth. So let's try it out. Alright, so to me that's a little muddy. So let's bring the lows down, bring the gain down a little bit. Maybe turn the highs and the mids up. And let's see what we got now. Alright, it's already a little bit better. Bring the lows back up a little bit. Because what I know is when you start layering lots of heavy guitars, all that low end is just going to build up over time. So it's kind of best to scoop some of that out on the initial amp. And that way it just sounds better in the mix. Now, one thing you can do is turn the drive on. Let's turn this all the way up, drive all the way down, and tone up a little bit maybe. Drive off. Drive on. All right, I really like that. Let's save it and call this doc 5150 rhythm. There we go. And now we're simply just gonna add some delay. We bring the feedback down. There's really not a tap tempo on this thing, so you kind of just feel it out. Maybe 12 o'clock is the best, just all around. A little bit of reverb here. Not much, just enough to say we got some. Alright, I think that sounds good. We'll make this doc, if I can type, 5150 lead. Alright, very cool. So if I click on this, there's my rhythm, and then there's my lead. So this makes things really fast when I'm wanting to lay down a riff or just write some stuff. So we're going to bring up the threshold just enough to get rid of that low floor hiss kind of sound. Alright, so this is the Friedman amp. See, Freeman fluff. So it's a Friedman, pretty much. Alright, now see what happens if we turn the IR on. Alright, let's see if we can clean this thing up at all. Not really. Man, no clean tones for this guy. None at all. Put it back down. Alright, so yeah, we're not getting a lot of clean tones from this pack. The Amped Roots pack. It's just not going to happen. But I do have a demo of the other roots, but I'm not gelling with it very well. I might pull that up here in a minute. That one. Okay. So if I need to change something, I can. Let's go ahead and pull up the flagship here. And you're not going to see it, but I'm going to see it here. How do I bypass this? Cab off. That's going to be a bad idea. Alright, so now we're playing the nude clean. Let's bring the gain down on this. That's a little bit cleaner there. Gain all the way down. Alright, it's not bad. It's not squeaky clean by any means. Treble's all the way up. Let's turn the bass down, mids up. Maybe mids down and bass up. Thump. Nah, it makes it too muddy. Turn that down. Presence, whatever the switch does. That's pretty good. Nude clean. I'm gonna save this. Dock. Nude clean. Let's turn on the pedal board and let's turn on a little bit of chorus. Come on. Some reverb. Turn the time up a little bit. Okay. Turn the compressor on, maybe. It's really compressed. No, I don't like it. I mean, it's good, but I think the S gear is just, I mean, it's just better. And even the STL stuff, I get really good clean sounds from that. So, seeing the license thing keeps coming up. So, just a little limited on that. But the cab is really cool because I can actually move the mics around and stuff. Let me double click on this thing. Let me change the amp roots to the other one real fast. Maybe it's not real fast. I'm not seeing it. I'm good. I'm not going to change it. Alright, let's turn this one off. Turn off the flagship. Let's go back to our roots here. Output on, cab on, input up, effects on. Alright, here we go. Alright, very good. That can be our, let's save this. We'll call it Doc Friedman Rhythm. Freemall Rhythm, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's go to our pedal board, turn on the drive, turn on the delay. Bring the feedback down, keep the time in the middle. Reverb on just a touch. See what this does. That's cool. All right, let's bring up some drums here real fast. Let's find middle of the road. Don't want that. Superior drummer. Straight chorus. All right, here we go. Thank you, Barry the drummer. All right, that sounds really good. All right, let's save that one as Doc Friedman lead. Let's go to the last amp, which is the Mega. And this looks like a Mega dual rec. Some kind of dual rec thing. So Mezza Boogie. Once again, we got a lot of oomph in there. So just turn down the gain and the bass. Turn up the mids a little bit. And if you're watching and you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the chat. Or if you're watching this later, go ahead and leave a comment down in the below the comment in the comment section. I was trying to say in the description, but that's not where you put it. And just let me know if you're interested in like amp sims like this. And I have a AB box from Radial. It's a Big Shot ABY. And I'm going to be coming out with new videos comparing the amp sims to the Headrush and also the Helix, or actually the Line 6 HX Stomp. So if you're interested in those kind of videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel and also click the bell so you'll be notified when those videos get released. So let's dive in more to this Mega Fluff right here. I'm going to turn off my mic for a little bit so you can just hear the amp itself. All right, very good. Let's see what happens if we scoop the mids and bring the bass up. Okay, let's go to the pedal board and turn on our drive. Crank the level, turn down the drive knob, and turn up the tone a little bit. So that drive, just like a good tube screamer, it basically just rolls off a little bit of that low end and pushes the mid-range a little bit more and just makes everything tighter sounding. So that's what you want. Nice. I think that was cool. All right, we're going to call this one Doc. Come on. Doc Mega Verb. Mega Verb. Maybe put just a little bit of delay in there. to save that one. So then are those two doc megaverbs. That makes no sense. What if you want to like write over a preset? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Alright, so that's really all the amps here. So let's go back through the presets I've made. Oh, I see. Gent Kid. Dr. Gent. Alright guys, that is the Amped Roots AmpSim software, plugin, standalone, all that fun stuff. So these are great for your DI tracks. Maybe you receive a multi-track session that you're wanting to mix, but they send you DI tracks instead of the real tracks, or printed, guitar amp sounds. So you're pretty much left with, well, I guess I'm going to have to figure out what kind of sounds work best for the song and then use whatever you have. So for me, now I have three. I have the S-Gear, the Amped Roots, and the STL Amp Hub. And I think that's plenty. There's a lot of options there. I also have a Headrush pedal board and a gig board and an HX Stomp. And I think that's plenty of amps and effects. So very interesting. I am using the Mevo camera tonight for this live stream, and I finally got to work. I had to plug it in and update some firmware and download some software and click this and unplug that, and finally got that figured out. So I think it looks really good. Hello. I think everything is right on time. As far as there's not a lot of latency between my voice and the camera and vice versa. So I think I'm going to stick with this for a while, since it does look pretty good. And you can see the software here on the screen. That looks really nice. So that changes that. And that looks good. So if you like what you saw, give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you didn't like it, then give me 2 thumbs down. I'm stealing that from Kevin Ward, by the way. He says that all the time. And, yeah, I'm Dr. McFarland, the producer, teacher, tone crafter, right here out of Nashville, Tennessee. And I work with bands, country, metal, singers, fingerstyle guitar players, Christmas music. I mean, whatever project you want to work on, this is what I do here in my studio. So check me out online at drmcfarlandstudios.com. You can check out some of my clients, their music, their pictures. You can check out the studio. You can check out my Community of Confident Musicians membership, where you can learn about music theory, gear, and recording all in one place. So feel free to check that out. And also, there are affiliate links down below to Amazon and Sweetwater. So if you purchase anything, like if you buy this Mevo camera through Amazon, I'll get a small commission from that. And a little bit helps, and it goes a long way into feeding my kids, paying my mortgage, buying toilet paper. I don't know. Whatever we get, right? So just appreciate everyone who watched tonight. And like I said, in the future, if you're watching this and you've made it this far in the video, then send me a message and let me know what you thought about the video and what kind of amps you like, what kind of guitars you use, and what kind of questions you have about amps and guitars and pedals and recording and music and all that fun stuff. So I'm finally going to get off here. I'm not going to ramble anymore. Thanks, guys, for watching. I am Dr. McFarland.